Hi everyone, Greg Friedberg, founder of Survivor Time and Change, and I'm coming to you 5+ years since the filming of the season that you are watching now, Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends Season 3, which is wild. I did not think that this thing would ever make air, to be quite frank, and a lot of that is my fault. At the time of finishing the production of Season 2, I was feeling super burnt out, and then a pandemic happened, and then I entered medical school. It just wasn't in the cards to make this happen for me, and then along came two very special people that I need to start out this video by thanking. And those are Jake Henson and Zack Cushing. Without these two, the primary editors of Season 3, all that you are seeing now, none of this is possible without them. And I owe a debt of gratitude to them. I think we all do, as viewers, as people who have supported this organization, whether you were involved in it on crew or a contestant. These two made this happen amidst their full-time jobs, and they have lives too, but sharing this story was so paramount to them, and I'm so grateful. I also want to give a shout out to two other people who helped out with the editing, Carron, who is on the season, and Max Rosenberg. Watching this back has brought back a lot of memories for me, both good and bad. Life looks a lot different nowadays, and sometimes I don't even recognize the host that you're seeing on screen. But honestly, a lot of what I felt watching this all back is just gratitude for this cast of players, for the production crew that made it happen, for the fans that have stuck along with us, which is awesome. This season was just so special. It was so special, and not only because it was my last and the last for so many others behind the scenes, but because these players came to play, as you can see. What you see on YouTube is just a fraction of that. And I think that's a testament to all that STC has become. Season 1 and 2 walked, so Season 3 could run, and I think they had heard about how competitive and how moving of an experience this had been for the first 2 seasons, and they wanted that and more. So I really need to commend the Season 3 cast for just bringing it. I want to mention you all by name. Those are Autumn Thompson, Ben Elsbrock, Curran Jardam, David Cole, Greg Lawrenson, Hannah Woods, Jamie Bendewald, Jenna Murphy, Josh McDaniel, Juliana Disher, Kevin Cole, Luke Schlamberg, Melanie Henson, Nora Castaneda, Rachel Carron, Robbie Soto, Taylor Saz, and Vinny Bonta. Many of whom graduated right after the season. This was the last thing they did on campus, which is really cool. And at this point, all of them have graduated, and they're out in the world doing incredible things and just reliving this little part of their life. This past few weeks has been really special. I'd be remiss if I didn't also give a shout out to the production crew, many of whom also graduated after this season, and then others who went on to lead the organization in seasons thereafter. Alex Fester, Allie Donohue, Brian Nelson, Claire O'Hearn, Jake Henson, Kelly Kolotka, Kelsey McCaffrey, Lisa Hamant, Tyler Allen, Sam Tremblay, Will Sullivan, and Zack Cushing. There are also 2 members of the exec board that stayed on after Season 3. I want to give them both a shout out as well. Lauren Hamlett, who was there from us since Season 1, and Joe Loveless, who was one of the founders. Both awesome contributors to this organization and really set the tone for Season 4 and onwards once we left. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to the graduating executive board. 3 people that were there since the very beginning, saw it through to the very end of my time, and people I consider like family. And without these 3, STC is just an idea, and with their help, it was a dream. Those people are Aaron Shifrin, Sam Lechner, and Sydney Donohue. I can't thank them enough for everything they gave me and this organization. Fast forward to now. I'm recording this September of 2023. SCC just kicked off its 14th season. How crazy is that? It's still going, and thinking about that just gives me chills, and seeing what this community has become. I followed a lot of what they've been doing from afar over the years, and I've been just so impressed with how much passion and love every subsequent season has brought to the table. So if you're watching this, and you're from a season after Season 3, thank you for keeping the fire going. STC taught me so much, it humbled me so much, it gave me so much. Not only as an undergraduate, but in the years thereafter, and seeing the impact it's had in so many other people's lives just makes me feel like all the work we put into it was so worth it. And if you're watching this and you're a student at OSU, apply. It'll be the best decision you've ever made. It's a competitive experience unlike any other, and even if you don't win, you'll walk away with just friends that'll last a lifetime. This video marks the conclusion of my involvement with STC. This organization is what defined my college experience and will always hold a special place in my heart. So I just want to say cheers to Season 3. Cheers to STC. Go Bucks. And the tribe has spoken, baby. Enjoy the finale.
Previously on Survivor! With Autumn's elimination, 3 pairs remained in the game, and it appeared that Juliana and Taylor's pair held the middle position. Rachel won her 3rd immunity challenge, leaving Greg feeling vulnerable. Greg and Rachel met several times with Hannah and Mel, and the pairs lied to each other as they secretly planned to target one another. Hannah and Mel used Rachel and Greg's threat level to pitch against them, telling Juliana and Taylor that they had no chance against them in the final 3. Greg used a more emotional pitch, using his personal connection to Taylor and Juliana to pull on their heartstrings, stating his passion for the game and desire to remain loyal to the SDA. In the end, a conflicted Juliana and Taylor decided Greg was simply too big a threat to win the game, and the last returning player was eliminated in a 4-1-1 vote. Now, only 5 players remain: Hannah, Juliana, Mel, Rachel, and Taylor. After 90 days, one of these players will become the winner of Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends. Stay tuned and find out who will claim the title of Sole Survivor.
These last 2 votes have made me really emotional. Just because I don't know, I care about these people. So it's hard, but it was a necessary vote.
I can't say I'm surprised by that vote. That was definitely the intelligent choice. I thought that they were going to choose to not be intelligent, but alas. It sucks, but I think that puts me in a decent position to be now I have 2 free hands to take 2 people to the finals. Everybody else only has 1 because they're gonna take their pair. So I think that's a pretty good pitch.
Yes, okay, that's the best way for it to play out. I feel because obviously they betrayed us, so that's dope. But also, I hope you put my name down because guess who also did? Autumn, Jamie, Greg. See what happens when you put my name down. You go home. I feel pretty good. I mean, obviously I'm not getting voted out next week. I'm playing my idols, so I mean, it's still final 4. That's unbelievable.
This vote was just so scary, I think, because we've been building it up since the word. We've been building it up from day 1. I know that at least Mel and I's plan has been coalesce a group of 4 and vote out Greg, and that has been our plan for forever. And it's scary to not have that plan anymore, because now we have to have a new plan that we haven't had since day 1.
I really want to win the challenge just because I feel like that would help my case of possibly trying to win the game. Rachel's won 3 challenges, which looks really good for her, and she is a really strong competitor.
Now that we voted Greg out, we have all girl final 5, which is fantastic. I feel like a bunch of girls have bounced it around when we didn't really want to talk about real strategy, and we were all girls, right? That'd be cool. But it is awesome. I think that it's easy to think of games like this, just competitive and cutthroat and kind of physical, that's a man's game. But obviously it's not, because we got all of them out.
Well, kind of heartbroken that Greg is gone. He's been my partner in crime since day 1. I mean, Nora called it. He's always just thought everything that I thought, been there for me. I've texted him when I was out before, and that's always hilarious.
We're alive. I didn't use the idol, so one of us have to win the challenge.
Because then we're free, we're home safe.
We are home safe. We rolled this game for the last couple votes.
Honestly, yeah, it's true.
Also,
Jamie, Autumn, Greg, that was
our agenda
list.
since long
time ago. Yeah. So
now Rachel.
I feel like I don't have to question Hannah. I think she's been very genuine, and she said this a long time ago that she's considered the idea of wow, if I flipped on Mel, that would be a really big move. It would differentiate my game, but it's ultimately not worth it. When I think about the game I want to play, and my sanity in this game, it's all come from Hannah. So I think that it's not voting her out would not be even an option for me.
if I was in Rachel's position, I would obviously try to get a majority over me and you, and just get Juliana and Taylor to vote against us. And I think that, it's valid numbers-wise, but I don't think Taylor will split necessarily.
You can't do your final 3 pitch if you don't make it to the final 3. And the best way to make it to the final 3 is to take me with you. So that's my pitch. It's still not the greatest, because if you take me with you to the final 3, you're gonna lose. But I think it's a decent pitch, and hopefully I win this challenge, but if I don't, that's my number one backup plan.
But I feel like we have Juliana and Taylor in a good place. Like, at least, I mean, Taylor, I feel like she's definitely, like, part of our system.
I'm not even going to talk about trying to beat Rachel because she's won 3 challenges. She's smart. And she, like, I mean, when I look at her, like, gameplay, just, like, objectively, like, I don't think anybody could beat her who's left in the game. So I really hope this week is, like, her time to go home, but we will see.
Morale is low, math is high, confidence is medium. Go Bucks.
Good evening. Long time no see. It's been, what, a day? Not even. Welcome to Final 5. This is a different setting, obviously, from our typical challenges. One of the homes of our very, very generous executive board members, Allie Donohue. So huge shout out to her, Allie's sister, for those of you who are watching on YouTube. I have to take immunity back. Rachel.
Help you if I don't have any hands.
If I can find the road.
There's a lot of layers going on.
All right. So, for the second to last time, immunity is back up for grabs. For a guaranteed spot in the final 4 and a guaranteed spot in finale day. It's a big thing. I know you all want to be there. This is the only thing that will get you there guaranteed. So, tonight's challenge, as I said, is very different. Because on Real Survivor, one of the main components of it is battling the elements. And that's one thing that we completely take out of Survivor Time and Change. However, tonight we're going to add that back in. And one of the most essential survival skills there is building a fire. So, tonight, you guys will be responsible for building a fire. The same way that you see on the show. So on the show, and typically a Final 4 tiebreaker, for example, they have a fire building challenge in which there's a rope suspended over a fire making station. You guys will each have a station, and you will use the materials at that station to build a fire that is tall enough to burn through a rope. The first player to burn through their rope wins individual immunity. Again, a very unique challenge. One that maybe requires a skill that you didn't think you needed for this game, but tonight you do. And it's going to guarantee you a spot on day 90. So I know it's worth playing for. With that, we'll get started. You guys have all been made aware of what you'll be doing in this challenge. In front of you is everything that you need to start a fire. If you need any 6, right on over here. On my go. First person to burn through the rope with a fire starting from the sidewalk will win. Guaranteed spot in the final 4. You win it here tonight by building a fire. Survivors ready? Go! Everybody battling over sticks, grabbing as many as they can. Got to build a fire from the sidewalk up. This challenge could be over very quickly. We could be out here all night. Juliana's got a good stack of sticks going. Mel has a good stack.
Oh, sorry.
Watch it. Don't hurt each other. It's all about building a base. You got newspaper, you got steel wall, toothpicks, options, whatever they are. And a fire starter. Brought to you by Bear Grills. Alright. I've also provided each of you with a shot glass of lighter fluid. Please don't drink it. That's dangerous. Taylor already getting the spark on hers. She's got a big stack of sticks going. Juliana is a little spark going. She's got some flares. A skill you never thought you needed in a college Survivor game. You gotta need it right here, right now. Juliana's got some sparks. Taylor just with a pile of shit, trying to figure something out. Mel and Hannah both struggling. Hannah seems to got a little flare. Taylor has a fire going. Taylor burning through her paper. Taylor's got something going. She has a flame going, burning all through her paper, hoping that could be enough just to burn through that rope. It's a very low rope. This challenge could be over in no time. Just missing the rope. Taylor falling up just a little short. She's got to build more on top of it. With a big flare, Taylor, could this be enough? If not, guys, write down. Taylor, the only one with any kind of fire going, just trying to find something that'll burn through. Taylor with a huge fire. Taylor, no fear, just trying to win a spot on finale day. Come on. Many people doing pictures. Taylor's got a good flame going, hoping that's enough to burn through a rope. The only one with any kind of flame going. Is it enough to promise her a spot on day 90? Taylor's rope has caught fire. Taylor wins! Individual immunity. Guaranteed spot in the final 4. So, 3-minute challenge. A lot quicker than our last couple. Taylor, I'm very impressed by your fire making skills. Taylor, come on. Taylor, for the second time this season, wins individual immunity. Guaranteed a spot in the final 4, a spot on finale day. It's exciting. I know it is. The rest of the 4 of you guys have until Sunday to figure out who is going to become the 7th member of the jury and the 14th person put out of this game. I know it's going to be a stressful week. Everyone wants to be there on Sunday. But it's a big deal. You guys are in Final 5. Embrace that. Have fun this week. We'll see you on Sunday for Tribal, all right? Oh, have a good week.
To make it to day 90 is just unreal. I mean, coming into this game, I didn't really expect to win, honestly. So knowing that I'll make it that far is just really awesome, and I'm super excited. By winning immunity, it kind of earns my spot for the next week, and it's something that I've done in this game to get myself further. By winning immunity, I don't have to rely on other people to take me to the next week.
That was super impressive. I mean, that was ridiculous. She made a fire in 3 minutes. I definitely just overthought it. I was thinking about making a teepee, and that once you get the newspaper lit, it's not gonna last long. But the rope was lower than I thought, and it didn't really matter that the newspaper didn't last long, because that's all she freaking needed was to make a pile of shit and then light it. So now I'm fucked. But I've been thinking about this all day, and winning was plan A, but now I'll just go to plan B, which is to pitch to Juliana and Taylor.
This is the first one where I was like, I really, really want to win because I feel like I need to win. Obviously, it didn't happen. As soon as he was like fire starting, I was like, catch your girl not winning because I just have no skills. I put my hand on the steel wool after there were sparks on it because I'm really stupid. I know that Mel has your idol, and she has to play it. So I wouldn't feel bad about her asking her to play it on me if I knew that my name was the one that would come up.
I've kind of thought about like making a move with, or like trying to make a move with it, because I really haven't made that big of a move in the last half of the game. Like nothing that like I can truly own by myself. So I thought about it, but ultimately, like, I'm not jeopardizing my chance to getting to the Final Fours.
Definitely going to be a big decision this week. I am not entirely sure if I'm going to want to try to follow what I think will be strategically best for me in the long run, or try to go and maintain some of the original alliance that I that I formed like weeks ago. I'm not sure where my heart is.
We didn't get to compete, so we had to play some ping pong.
Exactly, like, you know, we haven't won a challenge, so we're just trying
Nice challenge. Ping pong.
We're training right now.
You know, I'm feeling pretty good. I do not think that it's going to be Taylor and I going home. And honestly, the last 2 weeks it's been like that, and it's been really, really nice. So I'm just glad that I've gotten to past Juliana has set me up, given me these good connections.
Do you feel good about like a Rachel vote this week?
I think definitely strategically that would be the best for everyone, and like I think the fact that we voted out Greg kind of shows
that we can trust each other.
Yeah.
If we voted Rachel out, if we decided to do that, and we had the 4 of us and Taylor and I won, obviously we'd be good. But if Hannah or Mel won and they were deciding I don't know, that vote, and they might honestly be closer to Taylor than they are to me, just because after the tribe swap, they were on the tribe together. I've really only worked with Hannah and Mel 1 week, so I don't think my odds are that great.
So you won the challenge.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited. That's such a good possibility. I felt like I was thinking that Rachel was gonna win, and then I didn't know what's gonna happen.
I'm definitely closer with Mel and have worked with her in the past more than Hannah. So we'll see. But I feel bad if we vote out Hannah, because then I feel like Mel won't trust me, and I don't think she would want to work with me in the future, possibly. I don't know what that would do to our relationship, honestly. The fact that she didn't win makes it, I don't know, Greg last week was okay, we have an option, let's take advantage of it.
Yeah,
exactly. This week, we have an option, so we should take advantage of it.
Exactly.
I really don't think it would make sense for them, or Taylor and Juliana, to be lying to us. But, I mean, Rachel is pretty scrappy, so we'll see. I don't think she'll get them to work with her, but I know she could make a case for herself.
I think it's good that I'm not going to meet with Mel and Hannah. They get paranoid. Their only pitch is that if I get to the final 3, I'm going to beat them. And, I mean, I agree. But this is Final 4, and you have to make a Final 4 pitch. And I honestly think mine is better.
You guys are the final 3 that I want to be with, and I've told you guys that before, even when Greg was in. And I'll even say it at Tribal Council so that Mel and Hannah know, and the jury knows, and I'm hey, if I don't go with my word, vote me out. I mean, don't give me your vote, because I don't deserve it at that point. Basically, if you vote me out, what's left is Mel, Hannah, Juliana, and Taylor. So there's a 25% chance of each of you winning, obviously.
I gave my pitch. Basically, the final results of my math are that if Juliana and Taylor vote me out, they have a 75% chance of being safe as individuals and a 25% chance of being safe together. And if they keep me, they have a 91.5% chance of being safe as individuals.
Yeah, I actually did some analysis as well. So I drew, this is Rachel, this is me, this is Taylor, she has her little boot, and then, thank you.
Absolutely.
And then this is Greg, but you can tell it's Greg because it says RIP right here.
Sorry, Greg.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sure why you didn't draw Autumn in that picture, but
You're
I'll
right.
take it.
I know, I'm sorry. I think that if it was Final 3 with me, her, and Taylor, it would be competitive. I know my odds probably wouldn't be as great going in with Rachel versus Hannah and Mel, but that's kind of how I want to end the game. I want to end the game with people who I think have deserved it, who have proven themselves. No offense Hannah and Mel at all, I just don't really know their game. To me, they've done a couple things that I'm kind of like, what the heck? Like, where was the strategy in that?
Some of the choices that, like, Mel has made, like what you're just saying with, like, her, like, making Greg come and, like, talk to her, and, like, the whole, like, having Greg write, like, Big Star on his vote, and then telling Jamie. Like, I just don't understand that. But I feel like that's, like, toying with people's, like, emotions, and I, like, that kind of just, like, she's never personally done anything to me, but that kind of pisses me off.
If we voted out Rachel this week, it would be 2 pairs, so Mel and Hannah, and then me and Juliana, and then pretty much whoever wins the challenge gets to pick which pair stays, and I feel like I would maybe have a shot of going with Hannah and Mel over Juliana, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
My plan for Tribal is to just push one more time to prove to Juliana and Taylor that I'm with them. But if there is an idol and it gets played for the person that I'm voting out, then I'm obviously the one who's going to go. So I gotta cover my bases a little bit.
I'm also nervous because of the stunt I tried to pull this morning with Rachel. It made me really uncomfortable, and I don't know, I think she saw right through it.
So I guess the reason why I called for the meeting is just to say if you were planning on voting for Mel, then I would be on board with that, just because looking long term, I don't think I could beat her in the final 3.
It's probably going to be a game day decision for you if you're really if you're actually up in the air. But yeah, I mean, choose me or choose Mel depending on how much you trust Juliana and Taylor. But her reasoning made 0 sense. There's no way that, just make sure she's not here. There's no way that Mel beats Hannah in the finals. And yeah, her pitch made no sense. So I'm pretty sure that she just wants to figure out what to do with this idol, if they have it.
Rachel kept bringing up how she was going to make this giant pitch at Tribal, and that is really getting me concerned because I don't know what dirt she has on Mel or I, and I don't know what her play is, and I'm really concerned that she's going to do something wild and crazy, and in that case I really don't know what I'm going to do, because I think that maybe she could flip Juliana and Taylor. If she knows what buttons to push, they might be inclined to flip. I don't know if I'm just talking myself into being more paranoid than I should be, but I don't think it's going to go down the way we want it to go down. And I mean, I'm a little bit comforted just to know that either Mel or I are safe today, if not both, just because of the idol. And that gives me a little bit of solace. She said earlier today that she was gonna make a giant pitch at at the tribal council.
Today?
Yeah. So I would just want to make sure that you got even if she says some crazy shit, obviously.
I don't know what she'd say.
I don't know what she'd say either.
Yeah.
But I don't want you guys to feel uncertain even if she. I don't know. I have no idea what she's gonna say.
You might be thinking those dudes look a little different. Whose idea was that? It might have been my idea. Might not have been. Alright, it was my idea, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be a wild tribal council, to be honest. I think it's gonna be wild. That's why, just happy that, just got my aviators, my Ben Simmons jersey, and I think I'll be good to go.
My paranoia is telling me that Juliana and Rachel and Taylor are going to try to work together to vote one of us out this week. But logically, I don't think that makes sense because I think that they subscribe to the same logic that we do, that we're not going to be able to beat Rachel.
Right, and that's
why Greg got out.
That's why Juliana said, she was it's really good that we voted Greg because now we all know that we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We all are thinking logically, we need to get out threats. Yeah.
The game's not over if Hannah leaves, which is, I obviously never would want to see her leave. I, want to play this game to the end with her, but, if Hannah goes home, there's still room to work. I think that, Taylor and Juliana both strongly believe that Rachel is the threat that she is. They both see it. So I don't think they're going to flip on us. I'm feeling pretty good. It kind of sucks that my idol couldn't have been utilized better, make a bigger move. But
I mean, it's kind of cool that I like didn't necessarily even need it.
I'm going to be wearing clothes that look like Greg's. But I'm wearing Greg's clothes because I wanted to kind of defend his honor today. It kind of annoyed me when Mel blah blah blah, you guys know the story, so I'm going to say that and then say like, so I'm voting for Mel and Juliana Taylor. Like, I'd love for you guys to vote with me. This is the tribal that I'm most likely to go home in, so not my favorite. My confidence is pretty low, but I did what I could do, and I'm gonna put up a fight at tribal.
If I get out, you're gonna watch me cry, which is gonna be a good time. Or maybe even if I don't get out, I might cry like last week. So it's all good. Oh God, I just don't know. Okay, well, yeehaw, I guess.
I'm loving this look. Ladies.
Gentlemen.
Sorry. Excuse me. Gentlemen, welcome to the Final Five. This is a highly anticipated tribal council. You guys had a theme coming in, obviously, guys, but I think your jury has a great theme as well. So jury, come on in. Josh, Jenna, Kevin, Jamie, Autumn, and Greg. Voted out at the last tribal council.
Thanks.
Gregory, how you doing?
I'm all right. Since I got voted out, I wanted to get the family back together. We got Uncle Josh and Kevin, and Aunt Jenna, Jamie, Autumn, and of course, Dad. You know that. I just want to say, ladies, that I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And with that, let's continue.
Girls, gentlemen, I don't know what to call you anymore. What do you want for the rest of this tribal? Final Five. All right. Rose, let's get started with this tribal council, all right? Taylor, winning her second individual challenge. It's a big deal as well. Guaranteed spot on day 90. You will have played this game every single day that it is possible to play. So walk me through how that felt to win this challenge, to win your second challenge.
Winning a challenge is always fun. I love the challenges. And then winning the fireball was especially cool because I did something that I didn't know I had the ability to do. So that was pretty exciting. And just guaranteeing my spot to be here on the last day is an accomplishment for me. I didn't know I'd make it this far, so I just keep surprising myself.
So then Rachel, I'm gonna turn to you as someone who has won 3 challenges. Don't win this one. And if a pattern continues, we look at Greg, a coyote and someone that you worked with for a long time in this game, right? You don't win this challenge, kind of frees you up, right? So is there a chance that not winning this past challenge could put you at risk tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind once you lose a challenge is that's going to be you, especially that one since my buddy went home last time. I would be next on the block. I mean, I think my biggest pitch, I'm just going to be like extremely open, is that my final 3 would be Juliana and Taylor. So I will vote with you guys no matter what after this next one, and you guys don't have to vote with me. But I'm telling you that if you keep me this round, then whoever's left of the 2 of them, I will vote for them and give you that like peace of mind. So basically I went over this with them before, but I want to say it in front of the jury and stuff because if I don't keep that word, I don't want you guys to vote for me. Like, that's how legit I am about that. If your chances of winning, of going to the final 3 as like the 2 of you is down to 25%. But if you split up these 2 right now, then your chances of getting there individually increase to 91%, and your chances of getting there together increases to 83%. Therefore, you should come with me. Sorry, Hannah.
Okay, but like also this is a very convoluted argument with math that we don't know and statistics that don't know much backing behind them. So I mean, obviously she's gonna have to make a convoluted argument. Keep that in mind.
And it doesn't matter if you get to the final 3 if you're not gonna win.
But you can't give your final 3 pitch unless you're in the final 3, and your best chances of that are with me. So what I'm pitching is that For me, this game is all about relationships, and the thing that killed me
She
the
doesn't
most.
work with you this whole time either. That's so funny that she'd say that.
Okay. The thing that hurt the most about the Greg vote.
You voted for us.
Was that? Wait, hang on. Was that?
Give her the floor.
An hour before the challenge, we got a text from Mel that was like, "Hey, I'm freaking out about the vote, and I'd really like to be like comforted about it right now." So I was in class. And Greg went out in the rain to go comfort Mel while she bullshitted him, was just like.
Which you guys did too, so.
Yeah, but we didn't
It was a
call a
two-sided.
meeting. Anyways, so I'm pitching to vote for Mel this time, and she's more likely to win next time, and then I won't be able to vote for her, obviously. So yeah, that is my pitch.
Naturally, I'm going to turn the floor over to Mel. Mel, your name gets thrown out in very open form. So what is your response to something like that?
I mean, I think she's gonna have to like make a convoluted argument. I think we all know like where she stands if you let her go into next week. That's giving her the opportunity to win her now fourth challenge. And so like obviously we don't really, like we said, what are you looking for? What are they looking for? As they look to like vote for the winner of this game. And it's a combination of both. And I think arguably she has both. I mean, the fact that she's making this stance right now, it shows some of her strategy in the game, and if it works for her, it definitely shows her strategy and her challenge strength. So I think that, like, I mean, I just think it's logical, but I think you know that too.
Hannah, you've been very expressive. Looking down, rolling your eyes, everything. Where are you sitting on this?
Something I've said this whole game has been if Rachel or Greg is in the final three, they're going to win because they have it all. They are, or at least Rachel, she is a giant challenge string. She has very strong strategy. What am I talking about? She is very strategically strong and her social game is phenomenal. And that's something I've always thought. And obviously you two are smart and logical women, bros. So if it doesn't matter, even if she's going to take you to the final three, if she's going to win. And if you go with me, you go with Mel, then you have a shot at being the winner, and you didn't come 90 days to throw away your game with some math.
You've heard arguments from both sides, obviously. Yeah. What are you weighing a lot with this vote?
I think best as a pair and best for yourself. I think that I'm a very loyal person, and I definitely respect the relationships that I've made in this game. I know, obviously, for the jury, if I've been against anybody's vote, that probably won't sound the best, but in this game, like, you know, if you're in the final, you're gonna have to burn some bridges, unfortunately. But yeah, I think you gotta look next week for the next challenge, and you gotta look final three too.
A lot said here. A lot of back and forth. I think, unless either side wants to express something they haven't said yet, we can move on to a vote. Are we ready for that? Taylor has immunity. You cannot vote for her. Everybody else is fair game for a guaranteed spot on day 90. Let's find out who those four are going to be. Mel, you're up first.
I felt like all of Rachel's arguments were really dumb. I hope they understood that. I'm definitely playing Metal for myself. I think that Rachel's probably lying about voting me. She's probably gonna vote Hannah, but I don't think the game's over for me if Hannah's gone, but I really don't want her to be, so Rachel.
I'm not gonna cry this time.
I hope this works. If not, obviously I'm on the freaking chopping block. But when has that not been true?
I tried to be good.
I dressed like Greg so that I could do this for him. Hopefully this works. But it was quite the Hail Mary.
All right, bros. I'll go get the votes. Okay. 84 days. You guys have made it to Final Five. It's a big accomplishment. And 4 of you will move forward to day 90. 5 votes in the CERN, so I'm going to find out who's moving on. Before I do that, for the final time, tonight is the last night. If you have a hidden immunity item, now would be the time to play.
I'd like to play time. I would have told you guys, but yeah. I think I'm gonna play it on Hannah.
Rules of Survivor state that if someone plays a hidden immunity idol, all votes cast for that player will not count, and the person with the next highest number of votes will go home. Hannah, this is a hidden immunity idol. All votes for Hannah will not count. With that, I'll read the votes. First vote. Hannah. Does not count. Hannah does not count. Hannah does not count. Rachel. It's 1 vote Rachel. 1 vote left. The 14th person voted out of Survivor Time and Change, and the 7th member of our jury, Rachel. It's 2. Tonight, that is enough. We're gonna head on outside. Let's go. Rachel, try this vote. It's time for you to go. You made it every single day in this game. For one of you, it's not gonna be enough. 1 more of you will join the jury, make a jury of 8. The other 3 of you will have a chance to pitch your cases to why you deserve to win this game. After 90 days, 1 of the 4 of you will be the winner of the 3rd season of Survivor Time and Change. I'll see you guys in 6 days in what will be a crazy ending to a really fun season. So with that, you girls can head on out. Have a good night.
It's definitely a little heartbreaking, but I clearly shot my shot and made a good pitch for myself. Juliana and Taylor stuck with me, which was nice of them. I thought pitching Mel that hard would freak her out and make her play it for herself. I guess that was why Hannah wanted to meet with me earlier, was to gauge who I was going for. I should have just denied the meeting because I suck at lying. But it is what it is. They had an idol, that's all they needed to change that. STC was amazing. I really wish that I did it earlier in my college career. I've put a lot into it, more than I thought that I would. And it was a great experience. I definitely recommend it to people, and wish I could stay here for longer.
Go for it.
yes, okay. I literally have no idea. I was literally just had intuition. I just felt it from Juliana and Rachel, especially when I don't know what time it was, but the way Greg was so you're basically saying you're voting for Mel, and she goes, yep. And I was I don't know, I thought about it more, and sitting in the room waiting for everybody else to vote, I just I don't know, it felt right.
So now it's a really bad situation, I think personally, because there's 2 pairs, and so trying to sit with Juliana in the finals is going to be very hard unless one of us win the challenge. Don't know what the challenge is going to be. I mean, I think everyone has a fair shot.
I think that makes sense, but I'm obviously very, very grateful, and we've discussed it in the past. We discussed she would be willing to play it for me. I wouldn't ask her to because she's a shitty person, but I'm glad she did, obviously.
Honestly, props to Hannah and Mel for seeing through and saying that we were going to go with Rachel. I thought that was pretty selfless of Mel to use her idol on Hannah. I feel like we probably could have been more clever. I feel like Rachel should have known that they would have seen past that, and she should have just straight said that we were going on Hannah. But I don't know. I was not expecting that at all.
I was so certain that like Taylor was with me. So to see her put Hannah's name down, I'm a little bit happy that it wasn't my name, I guess, is the one hope that I have.
I just don't want to split at this point. I feel like that just is super rude. I mean, Mel probably thinks I'm super loyal to her, but she had no idea that I was working with Greg and Rachel and Autumn and Juliana the whole time. Like, she never thought I was really that close with them.
But I think it's gonna go into deadlock. I think it might go to a split. So this week, Hannah and I are studying. We're definitely studying, and I really gotta win this challenge. Because I don't think it's gonna be Hannah's name. It'll probably be mine that goes down because I'm the one who played the idol today.
So I've never understood Taylor's game. I've never understood Juliana's game. I have no idea what they were thinking. I'm definitely concerned going into next week because, okay, I'm not gonna win the challenge. Like, let's be real. Like, all of her like talking 25%. No, I am never going to win a challenge. It's been well established. Like, I'm not saying like I'm not gonna try. Obviously, I'm gonna try, but like, just looking at it logically, I am not skilled at challenges, and other people are. So I am definitely concerned about that.
It is imperative that Taylor and I win if I want to make it to the finale, because at this point, being Final Four, I feel like it's like to be voted out at Final Four, I feel like it would be worse than being the first person voted out. It's like you made it so far, you can almost taste it, like being in the final three and then just taken away. That would just be incredibly disappointing, and I really do not want that to happen.
I remember after losing the second challenge in Terra Tibu, I was like, Terra Tibu is going to be a forgotten name. There's no way Terra Tibu is going to be anywhere at the end of this game. And where 50% of the people left. Like, that is crazy. Also, we're all girls, which is also crazy.
It's our last meeting ever. Oh my god, that's so like bittersweet.
I know. I feel like this whole week has been that way.
Yeah, because like most of the time when it's your last meeting, you don't know it, but we know it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no doubt about it.
First day of the March, I told her, like, if we make it to the end, what a Cinderella story. And here we are. So, I mean, like, I really hope that Hannah and I are in the final three.
I think it's a toss-up. I think no matter which one we vote for, there's a chance of the jury voting in their favor. But I also think that it's kind of a long shot that the other of us are going to win the challenge.
I'm feeling pretty confident. Like I said, I think everybody else is feeling pretty confident. My main, like, I think I could argue for myself in a final, like, tribal council. I'm nervous about getting this over this last hurdle. Either I feel like I need to win the challenge or be ready for a tiebreaker. Like, I feel like very good about my ability to like outwit the Shindana girls, and like that I feel good about my ability to differentiate myself from Hannah. But I do know that the jury has a lot of perceptions coming into tonight. I feel like either they're gonna vote with their head or heart. And I think that I'm not the type of person who like reaches people's heartstrings. I'm more somebody like that. I'm very logical, and I played a very logic-based game. I think that I do have competitors, I do have competition, but I do think I can win.
They haven't really had to scramble as much as we have, and that's like been the basis of our whole game. It's just been scrambling, and that there's strength in that.
Yeah.
Because if you scramble, then you make it out alive. then
Jackson typically like, you guys haven't even survived.
Exactly, we survived, like without a doubt. So I think no matter what, that argument is in our favor, and I think that's a very strong argument. I think that Mel's made more moves than me. She has really been on top of the game. There was a stretch of a couple weeks where I barely met with anyone because I was so busy with other engagements, and she really put in the time, and I think that is going to help her be in her favor at the end of the day. My whole pitch today, if I make it to Final Tribal, is going to be about my ridiculous cockroach powers and how I was basically maligned and down for the count since literally day one, since January 16th. In all of Survivor, the person with the most votes ever in any Survivor game in history has been 19 votes, and that was in a Redemption Island season, so she got multiple chances to garner those votes. So I have 16 votes as of right now. There has been 36 seasons of Survivor, and I've almost beat everyone in terms of overall votes. That is insane. I don't know how I made it this far. So I think that is really going to be the thesis of my argument. Obviously, I have merit if I was able to stick around this far. This game is called Survivor. It's not about making it to the top of the hill and holding it. It's about crawling your way up from the trenches and being knocked down and then crawling your way back up again. And I think I exemplify that. I think I exemplify that spirit of the game.
I'm excited that Juliana is going to be participating the last day with me. Ever since the beginning, I feel like we had like a good connection. Apparently a lot of people don't really think that we've been a pair, which I don't know. I feel like we've been like pretty close most of the game. We definitely did play our own games. Okay.
Hey.
This is the last meeting probably.
It's crazy.
It's coming to an end.
Yeah. I just did a 5K, if you're wondering.
Juliana's like, you know.
I'm a clown part-time, like, no big deal.
I played the most balanced game, and I represent all three aspects of Survivor the best. I think that I outplayed because I've won 2 individual immunity. For outwit, I am not going to pretend like I had the most strategic game ever. I know that there's people who are playing this game who were far more strategic than I was. I wanted to lay low in the beginning and not cause a lot of turmoil and, you know, not freak people out, but just kind of play like low key until I made it to the merge, and then I felt like I had more of a chance to kind of like, you know, move around and make moves. I had the option to kind of go with Mel at times, and like talking to her and having STA, I was in 2 different alliances. So I think that was good for me because I kind of put myself in a situation where I had both sides that I could pick and choose like who I wanted to vote with.
I just feel like Mel's gonna, I can definitely see, like you said, like Mel getting like a hot head and then just start like spouting things.
Yeah.
And like not getting in a fight with them, but like definitely like defending herself.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like you and me are gonna be more chill, and if someone like says something where it's gonna like take it, respond, and then move on.
The only thing I'm scared about is that we've gotten, every time we vote for Hannah, we have gotten
I think this is my 4th time voting for her.
Knock on wood.
And I can't get her out.
I am confident in the game that I played. I've kept it cool in the beginning. I really kind of wanted to just play, go with the flow, chill girl, and I mean, I've kept those vibes throughout the entire game, but especially in the beginning, I was not trying to seem too out there, make any big moves too soon. After the merge, where Josh got voted out, that is when I really became a decision maker in the game, and I really did control some of those votes. And I truly believe if I'm in the finale with Hannah and Mel that I will win, unless there's some gigantic something going on with them that I have no idea about, which I guess is possible at this point because they have no idea about Secret Threat Alliance, about us working with Rachel, Greg, and Autumn. So they definitely, unless they're lying to me and just trying to act like they don't know, but it seems like they really don't have a good grasp of what my strategy is.
So I do think that any one of us, if we win, would be, you know, deserving, because obviously we've made it to this far and we had to have done something along the way to get us there.
Day 90. What a bittersweet day. I am so excited, but like, it's just like, it's gonna end, and I don't know what's gonna happen tonight.
It is on. It's crazy to me that I have spent 90 days playing this game. Came in not having really any idea how I would do. I am just a first year. I wanted to get more involved. You know, I just decided to take a risk, put myself out there, and apply. I am so grateful that I did, because I have learned so much about myself, about Ohio State.
It's finale day. It is finale day. It is day 90. I am scared out of my wits. I'm very nervous, but at the same time, like proud of myself that I've made it here.
And I feel like I've just come so far since like when I first started. I was just like, I can't get voted out first. I have to make alliances with people. And like now I'm like thinking about my final pitch at the end. It's just so crazy how, you know, how much this game has taken up my life, but I wouldn't change anything about it.
It like makes me genuinely sad that like we'll never interact in the same way. Like, I mean, obviously like, but like, it's like, this is just, you just don't form friendships like this. Like, it's unreal.
The upperclassmen, I really looked up to a lot of them. Like Josh, I really looked up to him with his passion for Camp Kesem, which is the camp he worked at. Rachel, she's just a really funny, like, confident person. Greg, he's just so weird, and like, I love weird people because I am one of them. Autumn, Taylor, just completely grateful for their friendship and kindness.
It's definitely something that I'm super excited that I had the opportunity to do, and I'm just beyond grateful to have played this game and made it to day 90.
I think that the odds of me getting through the day, like, and winning are slim to none. But, you know, I've said that the whole entire time, and I have to carry myself as if I believe that I can win. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of the other 4 that we've made it this far. Yeah, I don't know. See what happens.
Come on in, girls. Welcome to your final community challenge. We've gone over it enough times. You guys have played this game for 90 days. You've participated in countless challenges, tons of votes. Today you go through your last challenge, your last vote. But before I get to that, the last time, Taylor, come on up. Doesn't want to give it up. So, for the final time, and probably the most important time, community is back up for grabs. Today's challenge reflects back on 3 seasons of Survivor Time and Change. We started out with Buckeye Battles last spring. We went to our Honor Defend in the fall. And you guys are here, obviously, in Urban Legends. There are portions of this challenge that are taken from challenges of each season. To give you guys a little overview of what you're looking at. Behind you, Dizzy's Game, Season 1. Over in the corner, we have a gross food challenge, where you'll be drinking a specialty smoothie called a picnic smoothie. It's made of hot dogs, mustard, all the best. And a Sudoku puzzle, which you guys had a Sudoku puzzle earlier in this season. In that corner, the card sorting challenge, that was the final 5 challenge of Season 2. In that corner, a combination of 2 challenges from this season. One that Taylor won, balancing on a plate, but this time, instead of balancing a ball, you're stacking 15 dominoes in a stack. Over here, you will have a college-based challenge in general, not something we've specifically done, but think of the game Boom. It's a lot of the graduating seniors' final challenges, so we wanted to do something a little bit more fun. And in the final corner, a counting challenge, which you guys have done this season, also in Season 1, in which you'll have the instructions there of what to count. You need to complete the task at each station in order to receive a bag. In that bag is an assortment of puzzle pieces that you will use to assemble in order here on this table. The only instructions I will give you is I want what happened first on the top, and I want what happened most recently on the bottom. First person to assemble their puzzle wins final community. There's a lot at stake. It's a fun challenge, reflecting back on a lot, because today has been all about reflection. So, without further ado, I think we should get started. The last time of this season, the last time of my Survivor Time and Change career, immunity is back up for grabs. Girls, survivors ready? Go! Hannah's going to the 3rd challenge first. Both Mel and Juliana, go!
totally healed before. Thank you. Done. You're good. Thank you. Okay, done. You're good.
Yeah.
You know I'm bad at everything.
Done.
You have one more.
Oh, fuck. Oh my fucking god. Shit.
What have you tried?
Literally, well, I was counting Siebert for a while. A couple I knew what dorm was dorm.
Ohio State.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hashtag do to OSU.
Yeah, I think so. Yes! Woo!
Taylor has one bag.
Okay, done. Okay.
Hannah's got hers. Hannah with her first bag.
I've never played them before. Oh my god, this win. Thank you.
5 bags. 6 bags.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Oh my god. Oh shit.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna have to recount that shit. Fuck. Wait. Yes! Yes! Oh my god.
Juliana's got all 8 bags. Juliana's going to the purple. Taylor, Hannah, and Mel slowly falling out of it. Juliana's got all 14 names out. She's got to put them in the right order. Taylor solved the Sudoku puzzle. Taylor going for the gross food challenge.
All right, can I try right now?
Go.
What? Go. Vinny, Robbie, Carron, Nora, David, Ben, Josh, Jenna, Jamie, Kevin, Autumn, Greg, Rachel.
Incorrect. Keep going.
Vinny, Robbie, Carron, Nora, Ben, David, Josh, Jenna, Jamie, Kevin, Autumn, Greg, Rachel.
Incorrect.
Stop this. 3, 4? Yep. No, 4, 3? Yep.
Taylor's pieces flying all over the place. Just gotta assemble them in order.
Is it Vinny, Robbie, Nora, Carron, Ben, Luke, David, Josh, Jenna, Jamie, Kevin, Autumn, Greg, Rachel?
Correct. Think of who came before you. 90 days. Who's on the jury? Who did you put out of this game? Juliana just trying to find out what she has wrong. 14 names. Taylor's tape all over the place.
No, wait. Okay, wait. Vinny, Robbie, Nora, Carron, David, Ben, Luke, Josh, Jenna, Kevin, Jamie, Autumn, Greg, Rachel.
That's incorrect.
Oh my god.
Juliana trying to figure out what she has wrong. Opening the door for Taylor. Taylor has ripped her pieces apart. Hannah still counting. Mel throwing.
Is it Vinny, Robbie, Nora, Carron, Luke, David, Ben, Josh, Jenna, Kevin, Jamie, Autumn, Greg, Rachel?
Juliana wins! Final immunity! Guaranteed a spot to plead her case at Final Travel Council. Her first individual immunity challenge win on day 90. All right, guys, let's bring it back in on over here. We'll get going.
Why was that so hard? That was like the easiest part of that.
What a challenge. It went so back and forth. A lot of fun to watch. Came down to the 2 original Shindana girls. Taylor, 2 individual immunity wins, but it wasn't enough. Juliana with her first and the most important individual immunity win of the season. Guaranteeing herself a spot at Final Tribal Council to plead her case to the jury as to why you deserve to win this game. Taylor, Hannah, Mel, one of the 3 of you will become the final member of the jury and will not have a place in those final 3 seats. We're gonna go straight from here into Tribal Council, figure out who that's gonna be. Ladies, welcome to what will be your final vote. Tonight, you guys will be voting off the final member of the jury to make 8
3 of you will have seats in the final 3 and plead your case to said jury. Jury, come on in. Josh, Jenna, Kevin, Jamie, Autumn, Greg, and Rachel. Voted out at the last tribal council. Well, game day theme, spring game, go Bucks. Rachel, how you doing?
Good.
How you been doing since the game ended for you?
Pretty good. I mean, I had a lot of fun over there, having a lot of fun over here, so call me Hannah Montana. So I have the best fun.
Always a good spirit. Well, Rachel, good to have you on the jury. One of the 3 of Hannah, Mel, or Taylor will be joining the 7 of you to complete the jury tonight. Final 4. Huge day. You guys have made it every single day in this game. Juliana, guaranteed a spot in one of those final 3 seats. It's a huge deal, right? Talk me through just today in general and being the one wearing the necklace in that seat today.
I feel like I haven't like showcased my abilities throughout like this competition, so like it was nice that like I was like forced myself to like I knew this was such an important challenge. So I'm glad that like I didn't let nerves like take over and I was able to like still pull through and win. There's just a lot of like crazy elements, but it's just like so relieving. I know like these other 3 ladies are probably like terrified, and I know like I would be just right there with them. So it's a little comforting and like to know that I don't have to have that fear right now.
Well, it sounds as if then it is 2-2 tonight, correct? So that would point all the votes towards Taylor, yes? So Taylor, do you expect then to receive votes at this tribal council?
I'm pretty much expecting to have votes, and then we'll vote, and then I'm expecting to do a tribal, like a challenge tiebreaker.
Obviously, you've played this game for 90 days. Challenges are over. The votes are almost over. And it seems like the room pretty much knows what's going to happen from here. So, unless there's anything else that we'd like to discuss, I'd like to give each of you one last opportunity to just speak on making it this far. 2 of you will move forward alongside Juliana, and we'll get straight into the vote. So, Mel, if you're the one to join the jury, what has this experience been like to you?
Man, it's incredible. Even doing like today's challenge, being reflective and having just a reflective day, like it's been 90 days. I mean, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling today because I could probably play for another month. Like I've had so much fun, but it's cool to be like. There's no community in OSU like this that like oftentimes like there's one person that's super excited about it and like everybody else kind of fades out and doesn't show up to meetings, but like everybody comes in with the same passion and like everybody comes in with the same competitive spirit. So it's been an incredible 90 days. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited I had this opportunity and I got to meet all these people. It's like the people that make it, and so I just personally had so much fun on this season. I can't believe it's gonna be over. I mean, yes, it's stressful at times, but like I've had the time of my life, honestly, and I wouldn't change it for anything. So
I think that a lot of it, I kind of came in, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna watch Survivor, I'm terrible at sports, I don't know what's happening. And obviously I had kind of a bumpy start, but just like every week, like gaining confidence and realizing like, maybe I can do this. That was a really cool feeling, just to like see myself learning from my mistakes and from other people's mistakes. And also it's just awesome to have a group of people who, like, I love doing weird, crazy stuff like this, running around campus looking like a buffoon, and just like everyone else, and that's awesome.
Juliana is the one who won't be joining the jury. Talk about your perspective on this.
Yeah, this has definitely like made my freshman year so much better, just because I've gotten to like know so many like inspirational people and just like the passion, you can just feel it like within everybody. I just really look up to everybody, so I just appreciate it.
So, played this game for a long time. I think it's about time that we get to that last vote. Mel, you'll be first.
Time I ever drink Kolotka, I'm black. So naturally.
I would have taken you to the end, had Julian on that one. Sorry, Hannah's my girl. I'm conflicted. I really don't want this challenge to go to me. I'm very bad at challenges, but also I'd rather Mel be there. I really don't know, so I guess we'll just see what happens.
The only thing I packed were prop weddings. How was I gonna?
Okay, I think I've written your name down 4 times now and you've never got voted out, but let's go do a challenge.
Taylor just put up a hell of a fight, and let's see what happens.
All right, with that, I'll go get the votes. I think Ford made it pretty clear on what's in here, but just for shits and giggles, let's check out what it actually is. So, I'll read the votes. First vote, Taylor. Taylor, it's 2 votes Taylor. Hannah, it's 2 votes Taylor, 1 vote Hannah. Hannah, surprise, we have a tie. So, in the event of a tie, as we've discussed, we'll be moving into a tiebreaker challenge. Well, congratulations on making final 3, alongside Juliana. So, today's challenge is pretty simple in concept. It's gonna make you think a lot. So, what we have to do is, on the other side of the room, you guys will have 5 templates. Those templates are assembled in a grid. It's a 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 7x7. So, what the goal of this challenge is you will take pieces that you will be provided with and assemble them in order from 3x3 up to 7x7. You need to replicate what is on the back of the room, back up at the table in the front. The goal of the challenge is to be the first person who replicates all 5 sequences as they appear on the templates in the back of the room. So first person to finish all 5 of those templates will move on and join Juliana and Mel in the final 3. It's going to require a lot of thinking, a lot of running. I know we've already done a lot of that today. It's not over yet. Taylor, Hannah, played this game for 90 days. There's only 1 seat left in the final 3. This is where you earn it right here. You're assembling a 3x3 grid up until a 7x7. First one to assemble all 5 puzzles will move on to be able to plead their case at Tribal Council tonight. So, without further ado, survivors ready. Go! Both of them looking at that first 3x3 grid. You have 9 pieces, you gotta assemble them in the same pattern. Taylor's correct. Taylor's going to the second one. Hannah going back to check again. Hannah's still working on that first pattern. Taylor's going for the second. She's got her second set of pieces. Good. Hannah's good. She's going for the second set. Taylor's going for the second. Both of them working on that second 4x4.
Really? Yeah, this one.
Taylor's good. Taylor's going for the third. We've already played a very, very extensive challenge today. This one can be no different. Taylor slowly opening up the lead in this challenge. Taylor's got the third one. Taylor's going on the fourth. Taylor's working on that 5x5. 6x6. Hannah's got it. She's going for the next one. Taylor has a bit of a lead on the third puzzle. Some of her pieces sticking together. I thought she was short one. Opening the door for Hannah. Taylor's got it. She's moving on to the final round. Taylor with one puzzle left. Hannah falling out of this challenge. Taylor has to assemble the 7x7 to secure her spot in the final 3. Hannah's got it. Hannah's moving on. She's moving on to the 6x6. Trying to make up some lost time. Taylor assembles the last puzzle. Taylor working on her final row. Taylor places what is her last 3. She's incorrect. Taylor has to figure out what's wrong. And a chance to end the challenge. Solidify her spot in the final 3, opening the door for Hannah. Got it. Taylor! Solidifies the spot in the final 3. Bringing Hannah out of this game as the final member of the jury. Good job, guys. Hard fought challenge.
Hannah, sorry to say, drive is broken. Here we go. First off, Taylor, congratulations on solidifying a spot in the final 3. Been a long day, girls. You 3 have made it as far as you can in this game. All 90 days, every challenge, every tribal council, there is nothing left except for what is tonight. You each have a seat at final tribal council. You get to plead your case to this jury. Of the 7, and Hannah, who will be joining them, one of you 3 is the winner of Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends. One of you 3 is a legend of this game. We're going to find out who that is tonight. Congratulations on making it this far. Very proud of all 3 of you. Something to be very, very proud of. And I hope that we have a great, great night at Tribal Council tonight. So with that, you guys have a couple hours to prep yourselves for Final Tribal. And we'll see you tonight, okay? Congratulations. Head on up.
Honestly, I'm 100% shocked I made it this far. I almost went home at the very first vote. And honestly, if you had asked me before, that's what I deserved. We always talk about like deserving to be in this game. And at the beginning, I really didn't think I did deserve to be in this game. I didn't understand what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing the first week. I got in way over my head. But then I really proved it to myself that I could jump into a situation and then figure it out as I went and really feel like I was making really big moves towards the end. I made it. I got 19, oh my God, I got 19 votes against myself, which is the most votes against anyone in Survivor, including Redemption Island seasons. I don't know why everyone hated me so much. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just like proud of myself for that. Like I would like talk to my parents and be like, you're still in? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I'm still in either. I was like what Greg always said, like you have to be adaptable, your game has to change. And my game really did change. And I think I learned a lot about myself and a lot about my strengths and weaknesses.
So I won the tiebreaker challenge. I am so excited. You know, that was like something that I really think I'm strong in this game is the challenges. So I feel like that like proved myself to the jury of like, I might not be the most strategic to some, but I really proved myself in the challenges. And so I was happy that the way I got to make myself into the final 3 was through a challenge and my hard work paid off.
I definitely think that I helped Taylor out with the choosing of Hannah because she's definitely not the best in challenges. And since we predicted that it was going to come down to a challenge, that definitely increased Taylor's odds of winning. But Taylor did do really well in that challenge. It's nice that I will be continuing to go side by side with Taylor. I'm happy that she won and that our camaraderie will continue through the final tribal council.
It just sucks because I know like Taylor didn't do as much work as preparing for a tiebreaker as Hannah and I did, and like when I said I wanted to make it to the end with Hannah, like I wanted to make it to the end with Hannah. Like it's just crazy. Like stop! I don't even want to like be crying. Like I hate this. You get so close to people in the 90 days, and like it's like beating Hannah didn't mean much to me. It's like, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy to see her go. So, I mean, I'm excited for the night, so you can't tell, but I think that I have a shot. I just really wish she would have won it. Like, they have voted so status quo this whole game, and like just trying to make things simple, and I feel like Hannah and I never played that game. So I think that that's something to be said.
I just cannot believe I made it here. And like, I think that there's been so many different parts of my game. There's been different like moments in my game, and some of them were more fun than others, but I'm definitely proud of everything I've done.
I have nerves going into this, but also a lot of excitement, because I don't think that the jury necessarily knows all the gameplay that I've done, and I'm excited to try and defend myself and prove to them why I deserve to win.
I can't believe I've made it this far. I'm just honestly amazed with myself and very proud of myself. Coming into this, I would not have guessed this in a million years.
I've taken risk, I've strategized, I played hard, and I feel like I let myself play this game to the fullest. So I hope I can portray that to the jury. I hope that they're open-minded. Hannah and I should just be never played a complacent game. We never sit and let somebody tell us why we should vote for somebody else out. We had cases, we had arguments, we analyzed people ourselves, and then we additionally had our underlying strategy of, we don't want returners here at the end. This is our game. So I'm excited for tonight. I hope that the jury's minds aren't made up, or if they're out there for me, but...
I was talking to my mom today, and she was just so excited and happy for me. She sent me a picture of my signed Rupert hat, and she was like, good luck, Rupert would be rooting for you. So that meant a lot. That was nice. Nice to know that a show that meant so much to me in my childhood and in my youth has come full circle.
I really am so honored that I had the ability to do at Ohio State and play with especially this group of people. Everyone on this season has been so amazing and played so hard, and I definitely think that this was such a great group of people, and I'm so thankful that I have gotten to meet everyone.
Watchers of the game aren't going to know exactly what I walked away with. At the end of this, I walked away with so much more than I can even express.
I've really grown a lot throughout this game, and I'm really grateful for the life skills that Survivor Time and Change has taught me.
I hope that they see the merit in my game and that I can win Season 3. That would just be amazing.
I'm definitely not going into this tonight thinking I've won, but I do think I have a chance, so we will see.
Good luck, my final confessional. It's been real, Survivor.
It is Saturday, April 14th, 2018 here at The Ohio State University at the finale of Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends. We have played this game for 90 long days. And today, our final three, Juliana Disher, Taylor Saz, and Melanie Henson, was finally decided, and they will be pleading their case to the jury tonight as to why they deserve to win this game. After 90 long days, one of those three will be crowned the third ever winner of Survivor Time and Change here at Ohio State. Who will it be? Stay tuned. Ladies, you've made it as far as you can in this game, made it to one of the most important nights of this game. Tonight, you three will have the opportunity to plead your case as to why you deserve to win this game. 15 people have come and gone before you. people who will not have that chance. And tonight, every single one of them will be joining you to watch as one of you is crowned the third ever winner of Survivor Time and Change. With that, I would like to bring in the members of your pre-merge. Come on in. Vinny, Robbie, Nora, Curry, Luke, David, and Ben. Hello, everybody. You guys will now get a look at the jury that will be deciding on which one of them is the winner tonight. So, jury, come on in. Josh, Jenna, Kevin, Jamie, Autumn, Greg, Rachel, and Hannah voted out at today's tribal council. Oh, it is so nice to have everybody back in this room together. Juliana, Mel, Taylor, we'll finally get started with what you've been waiting to get started on for quite a while. 90 days to be exact, right? I don't know if you ever pictured yourself sitting in these chairs, but tonight you are, and you have the chance to plead your case to the 8 members of the jury. 8 people that you indirectly or directly had a chance to put out of this game. They are the ones voting tonight for a winner. You want to see your name tonight. So I hope that you take everything in, every single argument you have, fight tonight. I know you, all 3 of you want to win. Only one of you can. So, without further ado, we are going to hand over the reins to Taylor. Taylor, opening statements. Please go ahead.
Hi everybody. I just want to start off with saying this has been one of the most fun experiences I have done in college, and I'm just super honored to be sitting here tonight. I know that meant that all of you had to get voted out to put me here. But coming into this, I played this game with the strategy of to lay low, don't make enemies with people, make alliances with people, have people trust me, and then work from that. I really wanted to showcase my athletic ability to get myself here, which I think I really did in winning 2 individual immunities, and then to secure my spot in the final 3, I won the tiebreaker challenge. So I tried to play this game as true to my character as I could, and I think I succeeded in that. And I would really appreciate your vote tonight, because I think I deserve to win. Thank you.
Down the row, Mel.
All right. I'd first off like to thank all of you. It's been an incredible 90 days. I obviously made it here, but I can't say it's been easy. And I think that's a reflection of the strength and passion you've all brought to the game. So I can't thank you enough for that. Looking more at the game, I woke up every single day and strategized. I woke up every single day and came with an agenda. And whether that be keeping a very fierce and loyal alliance to the end, or staying strong in my agenda to vote out returners, or playing an idol at the perfect time, or going to people who were on a different voting block and forming a relationship with them before I needed to work with them so I could use them down the line. So I asked that, we played this game for 90 days. I asked that you stay to the purity of this game and vote for the person you believe, who outwit, outplay, and outlast. And I think I did that.
Again, just want to thank you guys all. Thank you guys for starting this and giving us all the opportunity. When I look at the people who came before me, it's just incredible that you got that I'm here and you guys have done so much. But at the same time, I do feel like that I've earned it. I really came into this game. I wanted to stay true to myself, and with that, I'm a terrible liar. I'm a terrible actress, so I knew that that was not something I could really bank on. I really had to bank on forming those interpersonal relationships with people, and that's what I really tried to do. I believe I really saved myself the week after Josh got voted. Some of you may know or may not know, but posting the Secret Threat Alliance, as we dubbed it, STA. I can talk more about that later, but that week, Rachel told me I would have been voted out, and Greg told us to make big moves. I knew I had to make a big move, and it was scary, but I put myself out there, and that gave me the confidence to make some big moves throughout the game. But ultimately, I stayed loyal to my people who I worked with. But I welcome your questions, and I'll explain the moves that I made. So thank you guys so much.
the majority of tonight is going to be focused on, obviously, the jury interrogation. So they will each have the opportunity. Many of them have been waiting a very long time for this moment. Rightfully so. Josh McDaniel, you were up first. Please.
You three, congratulations. It's definitely a big accomplishment making it here. None of us can do it. I'll start out with Mel. Mel, I met with you one time in this game, and I could not get any sort of idea what you were trying to do because you were just everywhere. It was like a dog chasing a squirrel. I think you were carried most of the way throughout this game by Greg and Rachel. You were part of their alliance, but you were never part of their big decisions. You were just used as a vote with Hannah. And I think the first chance you got to vote them out, you realized that you were used as a vote, and I think the first chance you got to vote them out, you went for it. So, congrats on voting out the people that carried you throughout this game. You had one big move, your social game was horrendous, and you didn't win any challenges. Taylor, I worked with you. We had a good relationship. I think we worked well together, and I think part of that was because you never actually spoke your mind. You just kind of agreed with what others around you had to say. So what I want to hear from you tonight throughout all the other questioning is what big moves did you make? How do you think you made an influence? Juliana, you won one challenge, but it was ultimately the most important challenge because you probably would have been voted out had you not won the final immunity challenge today. So your social game was good. You won challenges when it mattered the most. And strategically, you started the SCA Alliance, which kept you in this game, as you just said. So I think overall, you, out of these three right here, in my opinion, have the best Survivor resume. And I guess we'll figure out if that's true.
If any of the three of you would like to respond to what Josh said, the floor is yours.
I came to you at a really weird time in the game, for sure. I don't think I got carried by Greg and Rachel. I think I went into every week trying my best, talking to people, and even ultimately, I think I had an impact on a lot of Greg and Rachel's moves in discussion with other people and my impressions of other people. But I mean, I did my own things. I talked to Taylor, I talked to Kevin. I did my own things for sure. I definitely got here on my own.
I mean, yes, I guess to some I didn't make a big move in this game, but I feel like I made smart moves in this game. And strategy is not something I'm going to pretend that I was the best at and crushed. It was not something I focused on more as challenges and social game. But my strategy was to not make enemies and to play a really strong social and physical game, I guess.
Hi guys. So the first thing I want to ask you guys is, there's this question that the jury has kind of decided could be a make or break moment for a lot of us and who we want to vote for. First off, we knew that you two had some sort of relationship going on, Mel and Taylor. And so we wanted to know, how that relationship was formed, who initiated it, and we also wanted to know, what was the whole deal with your outplay? How did that go about?
I initiated the relationship with Taylor. When Josh got voted out, I immediately was like, I know that she has to be feeling weaker. She's lost her pair in this game. She has to be feeling like she might be at the bottom of her alliance or somebody that we might be going after. So I went to her. And then with my idol play, I stood up and thought I was playing it for myself. And even when I cast my vote, I was like, I think Rachel's voting Hannah, but I think I'm going to play it for myself. And so when I stood up and I thought about it more, and I kept getting weird vibes from Juliana and Taylor, I was like, I've got to do something. I got to do something. So, I mean, you could probably see my hands shaking in that moment, but I stood up, was about to walk all the way to Greg, stopped in my step. I played this idol for Hannah. I whispered it and put it in her lap, and I was right. I read the bluff.
Good luck.
All right, so the reason I watched Survivor and decided to play was because I like to watch shit happen. I like to watch drama. It entertains me, and I like to see big moves being played. So obviously I learned a lot as I voted out early, so I just kept learning more and more about why I was voted off, and it comes to you first at the SCA. I applaud you for that. It was a move that I wasn't expecting. I deserved it because I completely lied to your face. And yeah, it was well deserved, and it was well played, so congratulations on that. Besides that, though, I do need to ask you, who else did you play a part in voting out, and how did you do it?
For me, like when I made this alliance, I didn't want it to be something where I was just constantly pushing my agenda each week. I wanted it to be a give and take relationship. And I think that's why it was a successful alliance. So with you, yeah, I definitely like did have a role in that vote. And I would say Autumn as well and Greg were the other two votes that I really pushed. But at the same time, other votes, like I agreed with them, but I can't take sole credit for them because we were a group and we made that decision like as a consensus.
Okay, so Mel, I don't know if you know this, but Greg was my number 1, then it was the 3, and then after that, I saw you two on the outside. So as far as like moves being made, I didn't see a lot until the Rachel vote when you played the idol. Fight right now and tell me 3 other reasons why you deserve this and what other moves you made, because I need to know.
Juliana's kind of talked about like maybe being influential in the Greg and Autumn vote, but I don't think she did much of the work there. I think everybody personally knew that I was I wanted to vote out Greg at the Jamie vote. And so I was the one spearheading like that movement of, we only have so many votes, we have, 4 threats left in the game, it's gotta happen. So I think that that's part of one of my moves. I think this is something that goes really underrated, but like starting off this game, making such a big move and blindsiding half our tribe, and then that didn't really influence anybody's play towards me at all. Like not even in regards to who you thought was the stronger pair between Hannah and I. So my ability to like downplay that and just be forward about it and like keep that off the radar, that should have been a reason for like early on that people would think that I should go.
I slightly disagree, I'm sorry. I slightly disagree with the Greg vote. I do not think that was solely you two in my opinion. You guys did have good arguments, but like ultimately that was our agenda, like that was what we were gonna do too. So like I respect that. Greg was a great player and like he was definitely a threat. So I think it was.
I mean, ultimately in that one, like you guys were gonna vote Greg. And
well,
it was
we were the decision.
Yeah, you're the swing votes, not really the one who made the move.
I guess, but if we would have voted something else, it would have.
But it's a swing vote. I convinced you to do that. Yeah.
All right, so I'm a big fan of Survivor, a pretty big fan, and my favorite part of the game, like by far, is strategy. Like I know I was put on Coyote, but like the social tribe, but I mean you guys, I guess, recognize it too. That's what probably wasn't the tribe I should have been on. So I guess I'll start with you, Taylor. So my impression of you in this game is that you were like by far the most under the radar player in this game, and I think that was your goal too. So you made it to the very end. Up until just the last vote, you were never really targeted. You never had your name written down before then. And I don't think that's a bad strategy at all. Like, you never made any big moves in this game, but I don't think you really needed to either. Like, I don't know why you would need to make big moves if you're going to make it to the end regardless. But I think the problem with that is that you can make it to the very end, you can fly under the radar, but you know, when you make it to the very end of the game, how can you convince people to vote for you?
I guess my pitch for myself is I play this game true to who I am. I am a competitor. I love to compete with people. I played sports like forever, and so coming onto Survivor, that was my strategy, was not to be a mastermind behind the game because that's not me. I was like, you know what, you need to build friends, have strong friendships, have people trust you, have lots of people trust you, and not want to vote you out, don't make enemies, and then you need to perform. And so I think I did that in this game.
Then Mel. Hi, Mel. So, yeah, so basically from the merge, like I came in, you know, Ben had just got voted off, which was not my plan. Hi, Ben. So, yeah, I basically came into the merge. I don't think I really had any strong allies. And so, like, basically as soon as we merged, you were the first person to come to me and be like, yo, let's work together. And I was like, yes, thank you. So I think, you know, from that, you know, for the next couple of votes, we started like getting pretty close together strategically. And I'm pretty sure you were the only person to really trust me in this game, and I trusted you too. So I would just like to thank you for, you know, having faith in me. So yeah, I was pretty impressed by your strategy, you know, for those couple of weeks. Like, you know, you thought about a lot of different like scenarios that could happen. You know, you had a lot of like game plans moving down. Like, you thought of different things. But you know, I was only part of your game from like the Josh votes when I got voted out, which is like kind of like 2 or 3 weeks. So, you know, I know you have a lot of potential, but knowing that me getting voted off was obviously not part of your plan, how did you adjust your game? going forward and getting yourself to the very end?
Yeah, it was, you getting rid of that was like a big mindset on my part, but so it did require a lot of adaptation, and like obviously Hannah and I knew I had Hannah all along, thought I could rely on Taylor if the moment came. I tried and work with Jamie when Jamie went home, and tried to pull her in to make a move happen. Our ultimate plan was to vote out Kevin, Taylor, myself, Hannah, vote out Greg at the Jamie vote when that would happen, but Kevin was voted out too soon. So I tried to pull in people. I tried to like make it abundantly clear we only have so many votes. We can't have a returner. The returner will win. Like they have had a target on their back since day one. So I made it a priority. I let everybody know I set my agenda and like tried in the best of my ability to make that happen.
All right, well, I wish all of you the best of luck. I think that's all that I have for you, so thank you.
Congratulations on making it this far, first of all. I know that a lot of us put so much time into it, so the fact that you guys had to go 90 days is absolutely insane. I'm going to start out with Mel, I guess. So, first of all, props to you. I was actually on the top of a parking garage looking for an idol when you found yours. I think it might have been the night you found yours, I don't know, but I saw you looking. The fact that you found it without a clue is insane, and it just takes forever. And the fact that you played it correctly when we have two people sitting right here that couldn't do that, and the fact that Rachel was trying to like make you play it for yourself, that's definitely something very hard to do. Besides that though, I think that the perception of you throughout this whole game was that you're very scatterbrained and just like all over the place. I know that, I think it was Josh that touched on that. Do you think that you're strategic? Do you think that you fit the strategic tribe? Do you think it was scatterbrained?
I think I'm strategic. I'm kind of a little bit confused on how you think I was scatterbrained. I know perceptions mean a lot in this game, so I think that Josh probably spread that perception that I was scatterbrained because I was scatterbrained when I went to him. So I thought things through. I always thought things through. I know that like every week I went into it and I was like, this is what has to happen next if I want this to happen and this to happen and this to happen and this to happen. So ultimately, those things all happened. With the small picture, like up close and personal, the small picture might not look like that, but big picture and what I was focused on, yeah, it happened. I worked with Greg and Rachel when I needed to, voted them out when I needed to, got to the end. So yeah, I think I'm very strategic.
And then as far as my vote goes, I honestly, that was a great move on your part. And I'm not upset about that. Not upset about the fact that you voted out Greg. The only thing I have an issue with is you keep bringing up the fact that you're so loyal and you voted out 2 of the 5 members of SGA.
Yeah.
So do you still really think that you're that loyal?
I do, actually, because Rachel proposed to us while you guys were still in the game to go Final 3, and that was the decision why I decided to stick with us 3. If you're in alliance with 5, you're gonna have to make those big decisions, and the reason why your vote was really Taylor and I felt awful about that, and the fact that it was a complete blindside, we really feel terrible about. But you're just such a good you were such a good player, well-rounded, and you just kept winning challenges, and that vote was such a rush vote again, and it was kind of a perfect opportunity because you hadn't won that challenge, and with you we're well, she could win the next challenge. So it was an idea that I can't remember, either Greg or Rachel kind of proposed to me to go for, I think it was Rachel probably, I'm sorry, to go for you, and just because she had initially thrown out the Final 3, I was okay, I'm gonna have to come down to it.
Would you have taken Rachel Final 3 if she had the
I would have. Even if that meant my odds would have been way worse, I would have taken Rachel Final 3.
Congratulations, but before I start, I need to pay homage to Season 2 and bust out the decision makers one more time. Court is in session. So, Taylor, yeah, thank you. You came to me one time before a vote or a challenge or something. We were just standing out in the hall, and we were talking about how we don't want to be the first ones walking in because we don't know where to go. You said Survivor is all about being a mob mentality, like do what everybody else does. And then in meetings with you, you also said, yeah, I'm super agreeable, just yes, 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 yes. My thing is, yes men typically don't win Survivor because you can't take credit for moves if you're just a part of the numbers. So I'm going to give you a chance to kind of refute that and maybe give me an example of a time you weren't a yes man and weren't following that mob mentality with Survivor.
Honestly, I'm not gonna pretend like I played a game I didn't play.
Okay.
I mean, I was true to my alliances and that type of stuff, but I can't honestly tell you that I was like, you know what, this is what's happening and I'm doing this. So
Okay.
if I don't deserve it, I don't deserve it. But
No, that's
I'm
fine.
not
I was
gonna
just-
lie about something and try and create something.
No, yeah, I just wanted to clarify that and see if you, because there's obviously stuff I don't know, so I wanted to see if there's anything. So then Mel, moving on to you. Josh said your social game was horrendous. I don't think it was that bad, but I also don't think it was very good. So this is my very last in-game memory of you. I'm sitting in my bed watching Family Guy, and it's pouring rain outside. Cutoff is at 9:15, and at like 8:30, 8:45, I get a text. I'm freaking out. Can somebody meet? Like, we need to talk. I get out of bed. I was cozy. I was dry. I was warm. And I walk in the pouring rain to go and meet with you for you to bullshit me about stuff. And yes, I bullshitted you in that meeting, but I didn't call that meeting. What's the benefit of calling that meeting? Because you made me mad and you pissed off Rachel too.
Well, because I thought that if we would bet, and we met one last time before the vote, that maybe I'd deter your votes off me. And just in case these two were gonna flip with you, then you are voting them, we're voting you, then, and there's not names on.
Okay, so there was strategy behind it. Okay. And then I also would like to say, because I did just kind of, take a stab at your social game. I do think that you were very strategic. Your tribe placement was about perfect. I think you were very scatterbrained. You had a lot going on, and sometimes you might not have articulated it too well, but it was definitely there. And me and Rachel, and with you guys, with Hannah and Mel, we saw a lot of what you guys were thinking, especially early on when it seemed like the four of us were going to be pretty tight. So I will give you credit. You did have a lot of you were very socially advanced, or strategically advanced. And so I'll give you props to that because I thought that was impressive, both you and Hannah. And then I'll move on to Juliana. So you come into the STA meeting for the first time we're in Thompson Library, and you throw down a slab of paper with a list of reasons as to why me and Rachel should join you guys. And I thought that was hilarious. And your big overarching reason was you wanted to keep people in the game who deserved to be in the game. And it was Taylor and you, Rachel and Autumn, and me. So at that moment, did people deserving to be in the game really matter, or was that kind of out of the window now that STA was formed, you were good, you were in a good spot, and it was more strategy?
At that point in the game, I had to put the big girl pants on, and I was like, you're such a fun person to work with, but I knew if I wanted to win, I had to agree to vote with you, and it wasn't a clear-cut decision to go with you. It was really down to the wire whether or not we would go with Hannah and Mel or stick with you guys, because we really did. But just again, the appeal of Rachel's pitch to go final three, I was just I know she'd be upset, but at the same time, it would be helping her too, because you guys sort of were seen as a pair. So I just kind of was willing to work with the people who would take me further down the line.
All right, thanks, Ed.
I guess one of my questions for you, you could also comment on that if you want, is you said that Greg and I didn't drag you, which obviously, duh. Can you give an example of a vote that you think you and Hannah convinced Greg and I to vote your way?
Well, I think to start our alliance, Greg kind of came to me and said Josh was more the power, the one who's leading their alliance, the one who's keeping together Shandana. I said David. I said David's the puppet master. I talked to him he knows what's going on. He's ready and playing a flexible game. So that's who our first vote. I decided more than you guys.
My last question, just for fun, because Greg really wants me to ask it. Mel, who did you vote for biggest bitch and why?
This is really embarrassing because I didn't know that many people in the game yet, and I took it back immediately. So I really feel bad about this. I voted for you. We all know. Okay. Hannah told me that you came to her and said, you and Mel need to get your lives straight. And I was like, just met you. Like, I don't know how I'm like, we didn't really, like, Hannah and I were, like, that was the foundation of us being in alliance together. I just met you, I had no idea what was going on, I don't know what tribes you're on, I don't even know who the returner is at that point, so I was like, what? That was very forward. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Good. All right, thanks guys, good luck. Congrats. So yeah, I haven't really had very much time to think, like 3 hours between like getting voted out and here, but obviously congratulations, I'm glad you guys are here. That was my agenda for a long time. So Juliana, I obviously learned a lot about you today. I didn't play any of the game with you. My first meeting one-on-one with you is yesterday. So hearing all of the stuff you've said today has been a little bit disheartening to me as a human being, not necessarily as a player. But my biggest thing is, why do you package your entire strategy, your basis of your gameplay, on trustworthiness and loyalty when I see betrayal? Because all the members of your big smart people alliance are sitting on the jury.
When it came down to it, like I said earlier, Rachel's proposal to go final 3 is what it came down to. But I never would, if maybe like Autumn had proposed that or Greg and I like genuinely believed them, then I might have gone with them. But I do genuinely believe that I was loyal. So yeah.
Cool. All right. So Mel, obviously we played a lot of this game together. What made you stand out from my game, and what made you stand out from Rachel's game, since we played a lot of the game together, even though we both kind of knew it was under false pretenses?
Yeah, I think that one of my biggest things was going to people who were at the bottom of the alliance. Kevin was at the bottom of his alliance. At the time, Taylor was probably pretty weak, feeling Josh going home. So I think that that was a big thing on my part, to like read people and go to them when they needed that extra support and saying like, hey, we could work together. And then, so I think that like differentiates you and me in a way, and I think that differentiates me between them.
Thank you. And then Taylor, congrats on being here. I don't really have any questions for you. Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
Give each of you an opportunity to give a closing statement. We'll go in reverse order from where we started. Juliana, you're up first.
Alright, so I guess I just want to reiterate that I never used people as mere means. I really took the time to try to form those genuine relationships if I thought that they were people who I would like mesh well with. I really didn't try to play anybody. I mean, the only person who I genuinely feel bad is Autumn, is that vote. But other than that, I just really tried to like be genuine and own my shit. So whatever happens, like you guys are all great people. I really like look up to you, and I had fun, like so much fun playing with you all. So thank you.
Last, I hope that you vote with who you believe outplayed, outwit, and outlast. I never went to a vote and just was a yes man. I came in with my own agenda. I knew what I was doing when I voted for people. I never, like, I knew long term, planning out my game, what I was going to do. I think I saw it through. I think I saw it through what I planned on doing. And so I hope you can see that. Hope today was enlightening. I don't know if it was. I don't know if you guys came in with your pretense post, but I hope you think about it.
I just want to say that I played this game true to my character, and I'm proud of that. And so, pretty much, I just, I don't know. I had a ton of fun playing this game, and if you didn't think that I deserved to win.
Girls, we've had a very lively discussion, as we've said tonight. Now you have forfeited your power to these 8. Again, people that you've placed there. Whether you voted for them or not, the information that you've given them is what they will use. The criteria that they value in a winner, right? They are voting for who they think best represents the winner of Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends. When they think of Season 3, what traits do they value? We started this game off with 3, right? outwit, outplay, and outlast. Here we sit, and regardless of the tribe that you were on, here we sit with 3 people who played those games very differently, and they will value those however they want. One of you 3 is the winner, and these 8 will make that decision very shortly. When we think of Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends, they are voting for who represents that season right now. It's a big deal. You guys should be very proud of yourselves. Come a very long way in this game. I want to commend you all on making it this far. It's something that a lot of people obviously couldn't do. So with that, we're going to bring a close to this season very shortly. So we're going to get right into the vote. Josh, you're first.
I think this person still has the most complete resume. Hopefully the rest of the jury agrees with me.
I think that you're the most deserving of this vote because you did something big and powerful, which is what I wanted to do, but I was too scared. I was a coward and you were not, and you deserve this.
So I'm torn right now between Juliana and Mel.
All right. Honestly, I wasn't too sure who I wanted to vote for. Coming into this, I thought Juliana was definitely a shoo-in. But then the question that I asked Mel about how the idol play went, I know that was definitely a big decider for everyone. Walking over here, I wasn't too sure what I was going to do.
Second time, not any easier.
It really took all of the tribal for me to figure out what I was going to do, just because of the fact that I thought they both, in some aspects, played deserving games, maybe in some aspects didn't.
Ooh, that's a pretty place to do it. Yeah, just gonna vote.
And go Bucks.
So I think that my vote is going to be pretty obvious. All right, so this is the first time I've written down your name. I'm very proud of you for making it this far. I really hope that the vote goes in your favor tonight, but we'll see what happens.
Juliana, Mel, Taylor, we waited 90 days to find out what's in this urn right here. One of you 3 is about to win this game. 90 long days. Fought hard, played very different games. As I've said before, you should all be very proud of the game that you played. The 15 people behind you, thank you to all of you for being a part of this season. You made it very, very special, very fun to watch. It's been very, very fun to be your host. With that, I'd like to thank all of you again on an incredible season. I'd like to thank everyone who is behind the scenes, who has helped Survivor Time and Change get to this point. We've run 3 incredible seasons, and it is with very great regret that for the last time I will be reading the votes as the host of this game, but I'm very glad that this is the group that it's with. So thank you guys for everything you put into this season. Without further ado, I will read the votes. Tonight you want to see your name. All right? We'll get right to it. First vote, Juliana. Juliana, that's 2 votes, Juliana. Third vote, Mel Henson. 2 votes, Juliana, 1 vote, Mel. Mel, that's 2 votes, Mel. 2 votes, Juliana, that's 3 votes, Juliana. 2 votes, Mel. Juliana, that's 4 votes, Juliana. 2 votes, Mel. The winner of Urban Legends, Juliana.
90 days, spring 2018. After all that, Juliana Disher comes out on top, the first ever freshman winner of Survivor Time and Change. She wins 6-2 over Melanie Henson.
and Taylor Swift.
And you deserve this for all of the things that you did. You not only outwit and outplayed, but you outlasted all the other two. So congratulations.
So I'm voting for you tonight because you have a lot of passion for the strategy of this game, and so do I.
I mean, Greg talked a lot about who you want to represent your season, and truthfully, I would rather have Juliana represent my season. So, Juliana it is. I'll get a big star for Greg.
Juliana, I love you. You're not loyal, but you're still a great person.
Juliana, I am voting for you. I felt like we had a pretty good relationship in the game, so congrats. You killed it. It was fun working with you, and yeah, I don't know. Enjoy it.
I just really respect your game. I think you played it very well. Mel, you almost had me today. Seriously, that idle move was huge, but grand scheme of things, big picture, I don't think you played a better game overall. You did at the end, but Juliana, I think you played a very well-rounded game. So congratulations.
What a fun season. Thank you so much to everyone who's a part of this, from behind the scenes, from the cast to the crew to the exec board. Thank you guys very, very much for making this season such an amazing ride. It's been so much fun to be the I've put my heart and soul in this organization, as so many other people have. I want to congratulate Juliana once again on being the winner of season 3. Thank you to everyone who was a part of getting her there, for getting all these people here and being a part of this amazing, amazing experience. It was an incredible ride. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for supporting us here at Ohio State. Go Bucks.
Be sure to join us Monday, September 18th for the live reunion of Survivor Time and Change Urban Legends, featuring the castaways of Season 3 reuniting for the first time in 5 years. You won't want to miss it.
The last time. Everyone!
Come on. I got this. I can do it.
We're going to start this off with one cheer, and then I'm going to get into my speech. I have been waiting almost, God knows how many days, 500 days for this fucking thing. But tonight, first we're going to start this off with a simple chant. I will say the first line, you don't repeat after me, just go on.
I like the temperature.
Go on. When I say the first line, we're going straight into the second, we're going to do all 8 lines. Ladies and gentlemen, seasons 1 through 3. Cheers, Sassy C!